Welcome to a New Beginning podcast. I'm your host, Maureen Doyle. I'm a certified life coach, author, and coffee enthusiast. Did you know that at any moment you can create a new beginning in your health, relationships, career, or mindset? Each week, I will share simple strategies to transform your life and create new beginnings. Ready to start yours? Let's dive in. Hey everyone, do you have a set of rules for other people on how they should behave or what they should do? I bet you do, because we all do. And that's the topic of today's podcast. So this set of rules, I want you to think of it like an operating manual on how something should run, like an appliance. An appliance comes with an operating manual. Well, we have manuals for each other, pages and pages of what someone should eat or how someone should dress or what our friends should be doing or what someone should say or not say, what their hobbies should be or not be, and on and on and on. And the funny thing about manuals for others is that the people in our life are usually completely unaware that a manual even exists. And yet, we think that they should be following it. And when they don't, we get upset. Not them. They're just living their life. But we are mad that they're not following this unspoken manual. If they would just behave the way that we believe that they should, then we would be happy. Doesn't that sound nice? The problem is, it doesn't work. And candidly, I have tried. Of course, haven't we all? We don't even realize that we're doing it most of the time. So often my clients will say, I don't know why he or she is thinking that way or doing that. I would never do it that way. And my response is, well, he or she is not you, of course. We naturally think that we know what's best. We just assume that our way is the most logical way, and why in the world would others not just do it that way? But here's the truth. Adults have the freedom to behave however they want to behave. We can't control another person. Think about it. We can barely control ourselves. And this is just about adults and not about our children. Because when it comes to our children, of course, we can have rules and expectations. And that's just a completely different story and another podcast. This is about the adults in our life. Adults get to do whatever they want to do, and we have no control over that. But here's what you can do. You can always make a request. Share what you would like to happen. Think of it like this. Think of it like a tennis match. The ball is in your court. You make a request, and you hit the ball into their court. Then they get to decide what to do with that request. It might be an easy yes. Like, sure, that sounds great. I'll do that. And sometimes you might really be surprised by the answer. It could be, I had no idea that you felt that way. No problem. Or it could be, thanks but no thanks. I'm going to do it my way. Then the ball is hit back into your court. You get to decide what to think about that or what to do about that. You don't have to be angry. You could feel good about the fact that you have verbalized your expectation. And then the question becomes, can you enjoy them for who they are? And you could decide to love and accept the person just as they are. And the other thing is, you would no longer be expecting someone to read your mind, to know what your manual is. And right then and there, I believe that's a win. Because the truth is that no one can read your mind. How often have I heard, he or she should know? And I love to tell my clients, trust me, they don't know. Tell them, ask them, make a request. Sometimes we don't even need to say what our expectation is. It's just a manual that we have in our mind, something that he or she should be doing or not doing. And when they are doing it or not doing it, we get upset. So I noticed that this happened with me years ago with a partner. He loved to watch sports on his day off, and I thought that he shouldn't. I thought that he should be doing something more productive. I remember being in the other room and getting more and more upset while he was watching sports. My unspoken manual clearly said that watching sports was a waste of time. He was enjoying himself, and I was getting more and more upset. Now, I had been a coach for several years, so I knew about manuals, and it occurred to me that I really had one for him. I was all up in his business, and all it was doing was making me upset. So I decided to drop the manual. I let it go. Why couldn't he, as an adult, decide to watch sports? He worked hard all week. He wasn't hurting anyone. He was just enjoying himself. When I dropped the manual, I felt so much better. I didn't need him to do anything. All of this was in my head. I took back my power and my own emotional well-being. I know that I have someone in a manual when I notice using the word should. He should call me every morning. He should send me flowers. The driver in front of me should drive faster. My idea about that is you should drop all the shoulds. Make requests if you want to. And in the case of a slow driver, you decide what you're going to do about that. You can change your route or just take a deep breath and enjoy the journey. Again, it's all about taking back your power and your emotional well-being and not giving it away to someone in your life or a stranger in the car in front of you. So let go of your rules and expectations and make requests and see what happens. Ask questions. When we drop the manuals for those in our life, and this is especially true for our romantic partners, you might notice that you are calmer and that you really understand them more. So what are some of your manuals? And what do you make it mean if someone doesn't follow your manual? Do you make it mean that they don't like you, that they don't love you, that they don't respect you? Well, ask yourself this. Is that true? And do they even know that there is a manual? So what I want to offer to you today is to toss your manuals, make requests, and ultimately take back your power. Have a beautiful week, my friends. Talk to you next week. If you enjoyed this podcast, check out my free workbook, 6 Secrets to Getting Anything That You Want. Head over to maureen-doyle.com/6secretsguide to pick up your free copy today.